Hello everybody, welcome to Keeping It Real. I'm David Grossman. It's great to be back here for our regular Thursday afternoon show, 2 o'clock here at our studio on Allness. That's near Dufferin and Steeles. If you ever want to come by, we are happy to host an in-studio audience. You just need to let us know in advance that you're coming. We have an exciting show for you today. I'm going to be speaking with a couple of professionals. One is a real estate professional by the name of Kash Vashal. Kash Vasal, he's the broker of record at Homelife Woodbine Realty. Terrific organization, and we're going to learn some things from Kash about the market and about his office and how his office operates and how they can help other realtors. You know, maybe you're a real estate agent and you're looking to make a move. Maybe you're somebody who wants to get into real estate. You're going to hear from Kash about what his office has to offer. And we have something a little different today. I always like to mix it up a little bit here on Keeping It Real, because let's face it, real estate agents, real estate professionals, you know, they have lives outside of real estate. So we like to introduce different things. We had somebody talking about yoga a few weeks ago. So today we have a gentleman by the name of Lucas Asu. And Lucas is with MSR Coaching. And he actually happens to do coaching for a lot of real estate agents through his association with Keller Williams and Century 21. But he can help people with all kinds of things. If it's something you want to overcome in your life, whether it's weight loss or getting in shape, or maybe you have some obsessive disorder or something that you want to overcome, Lucas is a person who can help you. And there's more. Yes, you can believe it. We have 2 episodes of Keeping It Real. We have a guest host for our show coming up soon, later, right after this episode. Tariq Sultan from Remax Dynasty Realty is going to be speaking with Abdul Hamid Khan, who's a real estate lawyer. So today is an unbelievable day. Absolutely, for sure. Kash, let's talk real estate. Tell me, how did you decide to open your own brokerage? You were a real estate agent, and what happened?
Well, I was a real estate agent for about approximately 10 years. Mm-hmm. And in all that time, the offices that I was with, I always felt that there was a lack of professionalism and a lack of support, and just general lack of knowledge in the office.
Right.
Anytime I needed to, say, speak to my broker of record, he was out playing golf or he was in Florida.
Right.
So he was living the good life while everyone else was hustling and just trying to make a living, and we needed that help and support.
Right.
And I felt that the agents never got that help and support.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided, okay, it's been 10 years, it's time that I do things myself.
Right.
They always say when you want to do something right, do it yourself.
True.
So I decided it's time that we open up our own brokerage. Mm-hmm. So me and my dad opened up our own brokerage, Homelife Woodbine, and just keeping in mind all these negative things that we had felt over the past so many years. You know, we opened the office and we try and do things differently in the office, because we've been on that end of the table where we were agents. Mm-hmm. So now we're sitting on the other side of the table and we know what agents have been through and are going through.
Right.
So we just try and do things differently. We give them a lot of support in the office.
Yes.
Support is the #1 thing that agents need in the office.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you're a new agent or if you're an experienced agent.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime you're doing a transaction, every transaction is unique.
Yes.
So you always need a little bit of help. You always need a little bit of guidance. It doesn't matter if it's a residential deal or commercial deal.
Yeah, it's amazing how sometimes in life, you know, for 10 years, mm-hmm. you had to learn the hard way, I guess, because you didn't have the help. So you have to really go out and get that information. And mm-hmm. how amazing is it when there's actually somebody who you can go to? A lot of us learn to do without that kind of help. But if there's somebody there mm-hmm. who can coach us along, that could be extremely valuable.
Right, and that's what we try and do in the office, where we always make sure one of us is in the office. Today I'm here sitting with you. Mm-hmm. My dad's in the office, so he's handling all calls, taking care of the agents, helping them out with their deals. So we always make sure one person is always available.
Yes.
My phone is always on, except for now.
Right.
So anytime an agent needs me, they can call me, doesn't matter where I am.
Yes.
As in Florida 3 weeks ago, my phone was on half the agents didn't know I was in Florida. I didn't even tell them.
Right.
Because I wanted to give them that support. Sometimes they feel that, okay, you know, broker's on vacation, I don't want to disturb him.
Right.
And I don't want that. I want them to disturb me.
Yes.
If they have a problem, if they
you.
need guidance, anytime they can call me, I'm there for them.
Right. And how long has Brokerage been in operation?
It's relatively new. 2008 is when we opened, so 4 years.
Yeah, that's
3-4 years.
That's
so
substantial. And how many agents do you have so far?
Right now, it's 32 agents. It's a smaller office, and reason we kept it kind of small, I don't want to be a super huge office where there's so many agents that sort of get lost in the crowd.
Right.
Right now, with our small number of agents, it's a very personal relationship with each of them.
Yes.
So I deal with them one-on-one. I know them very personally, and it helps them grow as well.
Right.
Right. So everyone is working well in the office. Everyone works together in the office. Not to say that we don't want to grow. We are hiring more people.
Yes.
Right. But I'm being sort of selective in who I want to hire.
Well, I think what's neat too about your office is that you're helping people to get into different types of transactions.
Right.
Probably for a lot of agents who start off and maybe are doing work in residential, because presumably that's the easiest area to start. I mean, there's nothing easy about being a real estate salesperson at all, but at least it's there's fewer elements, I think, in a residential versus a commercial transaction. And there's more pressure, too, if you're dealing with a very large commercial transaction. But you help people, through your experience, to get into all kinds of things. I understand, business transaction, land acquisition and development. I mean, there's really it seems that there's very little that you're not open to getting involved with.
Right, no, that's true. A lot of our agents probably start out doing residential, but we like to push them to do a good part of their transactions in commercial real estate. Main reason being, for an agent, there's more return when you do commercial real estate, and return, I mean there's more commissions, which the name of the game is we're here to make money.
Right.
So if we do commercial deals, obviously commissions are bigger, and that ends in a nice sort of result. So we push our agents to do a lot of commercial. So everyone does sort of 50-50 in our office. They have a good base of residential, but they have a good base of commercial as well.
Right.
Right, and we do a lot of land acquisition, developments, apartment buildings, plazas, and I have experience in all of those, as does my dad.
Yes.
So we use that knowledge that we've gained in our prior years of real estate to sort of pass it on to the agents and coach them how to develop their commercial business.
Well, I mean, I think that's especially valuable too, because well, I think there's a big opportunity in real estate as an investment that some people have seen as a very good opportunity. People getting fed up with the stock markets. I mean, real estate is something you can see, you can touch it. We know that if you're especially if you're in Toronto, for example, or the GTA, we've seen nothing but gradual increases. And sometimes very steep increases over time. So it's a very solid investment opportunity for an investor who's coached along the way and learns how to make it happen.
Right. No, that is definitely true. The markets these days are no good. GIC, stocks, bonds, everyone is getting out of it. Real estate is the safest. I mean, in Toronto, 6-7% cap rate.
Yes.
Is great. If you go a little bit out of the city, you can get 8, sometimes you can get 9, depending on what type of investment. If it's a plaza, it might be a little bit lower. If it's multi-residential, it might be a little bit higher.
Right.
If it's a business, then that's different altogether again, because business we sort of evaluate it differently.
Right.
But that's what we teach our agents at the office. We teach them how to evaluate different types of real estate, different types of commercial investments, franchises, businesses, so that they have all the knowledge that they need. They can go out to their clients, pass on the knowledge, and develop a good client base.
Right.
These days, over the past few years, properties have gone up significantly. So there's a lot of equity. People have a lot of equity in their homes, and everyone wants to make money. So they're pulling the money out of their homes, investing it into small commercial properties where they get a good rate of return, or buying a running business and maybe running the business themselves. Right. So that's what we try and teach our agents, how to look for the proper type of business for the right type of client.
Right.
Are they an active investor or are they a passive investor?
Yes.
So it depends on the client, what they're looking for, and we sort of try and match them up with the right type of investment for the client.
Now, do you have a preference looking at if somebody wants to buy a business, whether an independently owned and operated type of business versus a franchise? What would do you have any preferences? How do you match up the right type of investment?
See, both are good. It really depends on the specific business. Franchise businesses are good in the fact that there's a lot of support, right? So it also depends on the buyer.
Right.
Do they have any type of experience in the past running any type of business? If not, then maybe a franchise business is good for them because they have someone there to fall back on anytime they need help or guidance. There is somebody there that they can go to.
Right.
So it really also depends on the person itself.
Well, Kash, I have to say, you know, judging from the type of person you are, that if somebody's talked to you or any of these 30 agents that that work at your office, they'll be very well served and will have access to all kinds of information, whether it's you know, residential real estate or commercial or business, which is something that not a lot of real estate agents want to get into, but it's an important area. So I hope that you'll come on the show again, and maybe we can look at some specific opportunities that you or people in your office are working on, whether it's commercial, and to see. I'd like to see, you know, how some of the numbers stack up. What kind of investment is it? So I hope you'll join us again. It was very nice speaking with you today.
Thank you very much for having me.
Appreciate it. We're going to be back in just a minute, speaking with Lucas Asu, from MSR Coaching. So hang in there. We'll be right back.